Hello, my favourite listeners. Thanks for joining for the latest instalment of Kiwi Dad Eats American Food. So, as a kid growing up in a small town in New Zealand, one of the biggest treats for us was to get out of town and go and get fast food. In fact, growing up in Takakura, where I grew up in New Zealand, the drive to get real fast food, not just fish and chips, but real fast food, was about 2.5 hours to Nelson. And when I was a kid growing up, there was only one fast food chain in Nelson, which was Kentucky Fried Chicken. And forever in my life, if I have to eat KFC, if I have to eat fast food, it's always going to be KFC. So the first surprising difference between KFC in New Zealand, KFC in Australia, and KFC in here in Phoenix, Arizona, is that KFC is really hard to find. So we had to drive 10 miles from our house to find the only KFC restaurant that's that close. And I know what you're thinking, God, that's a big drive, that must have been really boring. But don't worry, there was quite a few other fast food restaurants. In fact, I did some Googling to check this out, and within 16 kilometers of my house, I've made a list, 18 Subway restaurants, 11 McDonald's, 8 Burger Kings, 7 Wendy's, 7 Taco Bells, 6 Jack in the Boxes, 5 Arby's, 4 Chick-fil-A's, 4 Five Guys, 3 Carl's Jr., and 3 In-N-Out Burger. So we're not starving, nobody worry. Just because I had to drive 16 kilometers to KFC, it's not a hardship. But you know, if that's what it takes to keep you all entertained, if I need to eat at each of these fast food restaurants and give you a review of the culinary wonders, then I'll do it. Nobody worry. So I have bought a giant bag of KFC. I bought a little bit of everything. I didn't want you to feel like you were missing out on an authentic experience. So let's do some unpacking. As soon as there's some unpacking, I think you'll notice some significant differences. Starting with the first thing I bought. Anyone want to guess what that is? It may look like a sample, a medical sample of some sort, but one of the first things you notice when you go into a KFC in America was you can get a jalapeno. Just a jalapeno in a bag. The other really cool thing, the lady was worried that it was going to take a while for her to fry some wings, so she offered me a free giant soft drink, and she also offered me to try their new dill pickle flavored Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I have to tell you, it was awesome. She only gave me enough to eat while I was waiting for the other fried chicken to fry, but next time I'm going back, I'm going to start with dill fried chicken. So we got a jalapeno. Recognize the box. 6 fried chicken wings. Can't go wrong with chicken wings. That's pretty easy. What else have I got? Another box. It's quite a lot of boxes. I didn't take the free set of cutlery. So here's another big difference. Not only do they not have fries, but they sell biscuits. So to a New Zealander or an Australian, this is a scone. To a British person, this is a scone. To someone from Otago in New Zealand, it's also a scone. But this is a scone. I got 4 of them, just in case anyone's hungry and wants to come over for dinner, because I'm clearly not going to be hungry tonight. I got some sides, starting with the obvious one. Mashed potato. All good in mashed potato land. I got some good old-fashioned gravy. It looks like gravy. Let's see if it tastes like gravy. Probably one of the big difference between UK Kentucky Fried Chicken and New Zealand, Australian, and American Kentucky Fried Chicken. In England, they just sell you the gravy. They don't sell you the mashed potato. What else we got in here? That American staple. I got me a little bit of macaroni and cheese. Oh, healthy, delicious goodness. Mac and cheese. No gratin sprinkle on top, just 2 basic ingredients. Macaroni and cheese. Another massive difference, this will be a big surprise, I've never seen this before. Beans. Just beans, oh yeah. Beans. It smells like really well cooked beans. We don't get that in Kentucky Fried Chicken in New Zealand. You get a bean salad, but you don't just get a big old bundle of beans. And then on to the main event. Family bucket. I love what it says there. Colonel's right. Can't argue with that. So it tells me on this that they are raised on US farms. There are no artificial hormones or steroids. It is USDA inspected and high quality chicken, and it is freshly prepared by cooks. The alternative to that, I'm not sure. Freshly prepared by people who are not a cook, just a person. I don't know. Who knows? Holy gamoly! Wow. First thing, I got 5 pieces because I thought that'll probably do me for dinner. But initial impressions are clearly them some big pieces. Well, hang on, it gets bigger. I think that's a whole chicken. I had the choice between grey meat and white meat as well. I chose to go for a mix. So I think some of this is legs and some of it is just breast. So let's start. I think probably start with the main event, which is a random plastic bag full of jalapeno. I have no idea. I've never seen in any other restaurant in America, I got to say, just a jalapeno in a plastic bag. Probably should have got a 2.5 litre soft drink, soda of some sort. Vinegary, salty, but wow, that is a damn good jalapeno. I think I have probably cut down on my vegetable content, concentrate on my fried bits. Next is a chicken wing. Can't go wrong with a chicken wing. These are a mite on the small side. I don't know how these chickens really fly. If this is a breast and this is a wing, I'm picking these chickens aren't flying very far. Bit disappointing because this isn't 11 herbs and spices. This is just fried. I mean, it's well fried. Colonel's fingers didn't touch that. We'll pass on Kentucky Fried Chicken, fried wings. Again, to keep my vegetables up, some mashed potato. My Dunkin'. Yeah, I'm guessing that's about 50% butter, 50% potato, which is technically, I think, the way mashed potatoes should be. It's pretty good. See how the gravy goes. You're allowed to double dip with gravy. It's one of the recognised rules of the world. Gravy's a bit flat. I think Kiwi gravy and Aussie gravy has a lot more seasoning in it than that bit. That's honest. Not so exciting. I don't need to eat any more of that. Mac and cheese, an American staple, probably the thing our kids eat the most when they're out. Everywhere does it, mac and cheese. Sometimes fancy, sometimes basic. A lot of restaurants are proud to tell you that they serve Heinz pre-packaged mac and cheese, so you don't have to worry about the cook having actually been involved in anything but bunging it in the microwave. Oh yeah, it's good. I don't think you're going to get any Italians coming in and saying, Mamma mia, that's a perfect al dente pasta. That's had the shit cooked out of it completely. But that cheese sauce is pretty magic. That's a pretty good mac and cheese. Our little fellow, when they had the kids' meal, he had mac and cheese and that, and he ate the mac and cheese before he ate the chicken. It was pretty good. Now, greens, well, these are beans, but maybe I'm over imagining it. But I know in the South with fried chicken you get a lot of collard greens, and with barbecue you get a lot of collard greens, which is beans and other mysterious green things like kale, fried with bacon in a fry pan really, really quickly. And that's what I imagined this was going to look like. But looking at it now, that looks like someone's just boiled. Yeah, I think I've cooked the beans for the same amount of time as I've cooked the pasta. Or they've cooked the pasta for the same amount of time to cook the beans. Well, it's a bit of sourness in there. Wow. Yeah, but that's old school 1980s Grandma cooked the beans, and she cooked them well and good. She cooked them as long as she was roasting the chicken, I'd say. But in this case, we're eating fried chicken. So, talking to Grandma, let's cut to a scone. So, biscuit, never-ending confusion in the house. Kids will ask for a cookie, and I'll always say, I'll get you a biscuit, and I go to the store and say, can I get a biscuit for the kids? And they come back with a scone, and the kids don't want a scone. I don't want them to eat a cookie. We end up bringing scones home. They're always, I don't get scones, let's be frank. It's flour. Hey, this one's good though. That's salty, buttery. I don't know if it's a fried scone, it's a baked scone. So far, the scone, the biscuit, is definitely the highlight. I don't know if the done thing is biscuits and gravy, but it sounds good. It's a sad day when you go to KFC and the highlight is a scone, is a biscuit. We'll just keep passing on that. Let's cut to the main event. This giant bit is disturbing me. This even gianter bit is disturbing me more because I don't know what chicken that came off. No chicken that was running around in the backyard when I grew up. What's in the bottom of the box? Yeah, the disproportionately tiny wings. I'd love to see these running around. I like me a drumstick. Here's a drumstick. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Greasy. That's magic. I'm giving that straight away 6 out of 6 on the KFC scale. That is proper, old school, mysterious 11 spices fried chicken. I thought ordering 5 might have been excessive, but given how terrible just about everything else is, I reckon I might just settle down now and that's magic. That's 7 out of 7. That's even better than 6 out of 6. So I think the highlights for me, if you're going to go to KFC in America, scones, biscuits. I'm never going to learn that. Biscuits are awesome. The good old-fashioned fried chicken is awesome. And the jalapeno, a surprise winner. I'm giving the jalapeno, I mean, this is the best jalapeno I've had in a fried chicken restaurant ever in my life. That's a surprising winner. I think if KFC was really looking to dominate the world, probably just stick to the basics. Do good old-fashioned KFC, 11 herbs and spices, but bring out the globally accessible jalapeno, because that is finger-licking good. Thank you very much. You've been a lovely audience. I'll go and eat 5 giant pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken and then slip quietly into a coma. Thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience. Good night.